There are three main things that I kind of want to talk about today, right? One is that it is very, very uncomfortable. Extremely, extremely, extremely comfortable. Two is that you have to deliver the best service that you possibly can, right? And three, you are worth more than whatever you say you are worth.
So call on me, baby. You know you see me calling. You know you see me calling. So girl, no darling. You want a gentleman? Here I am, baby. Your love drive me crazy. I met her back in on shorty.
What's good, family? Welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I just wanted to talk about valuing yourself as a creative or as an entrepreneur in general. I know a lot of the times it's very, very difficult, especially if you came from, very humble beginnings or you didn't have much growing up. It is really, really difficult for you to ask the price that you feel like you are worth, So it's a very slippery line, kind of like learning how to maneuver through that. And it took a very long time for me to, I guess, understand a little bit about even what I'm worth or what I should be charging for, suits or whatever the case might be. There are three main things that I kind of want to talk about today, right? One is that it is very, very uncomfortable. Extremely, extremely, extremely comfortable. Two is that you have to deliver the best service that you possibly can, right? And three, you are worth more than whatever you say you are worth. In terms of being uncomfortable, when you grow up and you didn't necessarily have much, a lot of the times your relationship with money is very skewed. My relationship with money is very, very messed up, and I'm kind of working on building that relationship again to realize that I deserve money. Money loves me and money is easy to acquire. Just because, you grow up not really having much. So it's very, very, you look at money as such a strange object. You look at money as this is only a certain amount of people that are supposed to have it. When in reality, it's not like that, There's abundance in the universe. There's abundance in literally whatever you are seeking for in life. And there's more than enough to go around. But for me, my head wasn't necessarily operating in that sense, in that manner, where I always thought that only certain people had money, only certain people that look differently than me, the people that I thought deserve money or the people that I thought are able to acquire money, or especially in large sums, did not look like me. And I had to destroy that image in my head to understand that regardless of what you look like, what your background is, or where you're coming from, that you can acquire as much as you possibly want, because the universe is there to provide for you. So you just have to open up yourself and open up your mindset to be able to accept and realize that you are able to go and do whatever you want to do in this world, and everything is there for you to have. I did not understand this concept until I started reading books, until I started listening to more audiobooks. And one of the books that I felt like was the most profound thing in my life was How to Think and Grow Rich. This is the book that was suggested to me by my mentor. And funny thing is, I actually have the book on my bookshelf, but I never opened the book. And I felt like it was just divine timing, because around the time that he told me about the book is when I needed it the most, the absolute most. And when you read this book, or when you listen to the audio version especially, it just opens up your mind to so many different things that you probably knew about before, but you just weren't able to kind of piece the puzzles together. Right? Especially if you read any other self-help books, literally almost everything derived from the idea of how to think and grow rich. They just use a concept from there and kind of elaborate more into it. But it is extremely, extremely essential to kind of work on that. And I'm constantly working on that. I sometimes slack a little bit, and I have to just pick myself back up and encourage myself to get back on the saddle and really hone in on that, because it is extremely, extremely, extremely essential. And it just changes your whole mindset and rewires your way of thinking, because a lot of the times we think very negatively and we think very pessimistic, and I'm extremely, extremely, extremely guilty for that, right? So just learning how to think more positive, learning how to think abundantly, and learning how to just accept the power, the infinite power of the universe, has been literally one of the most impactful things in my life. And I can already start seeing changes in terms of just how I carry myself on a day-to-day basis. Now, another key point that I talked about was delivering the best service that you possibly can. This is non-negotiable. If you are going to be asking for a high ticket price, if you're going to be asking for, the top of the top, you have to make sure that whatever service you are offering to people is the top of the top of the top of the top, right? And that's literally non-negotiable. So for me, one of the things that I do when I'm on set, a lot of the times, photo shoot sets or whatever the case might be, is very tense. A lot of the times models, look like they don't even want to be there. But for me, I look at that as an opportunity for me to just shine even more, because not only am I, showcasing and bringing a different energy, but I'm here to showcase and make the designer's creations look as best as possible. A lot of times people think that, doing a service for someone is about you. It's not about you. When I'm on photo shoots, the least of my worries is me, because someone is paying for me to deliver the best service that I offer, right? So my main focus, my main priority always is to make sure that whatever product this individual is selling, I am highlighting to the best of my ability. And that also comes with just mental attitude, having a very warm, welcoming, just happy, regardless of what is going on in my personal life. If I'm on set or whatever I'm doing, I'm making sure that that person is getting the best of the best. And I might not be perfect all the time, but I make sure that I am aware of that, and I'm conscious of like, okay, leave this behind. You come into a whole new set, because I'm genuinely enjoy being there. This is literally like probably one of the best and easiest professions. It's not necessarily the easiest too much, but it's not that difficult. And being able to get paid to just, wear clothes and make it look nice is literally like many people's dream come true. So for me, I always think of that idea in my head, very stink attitude or whatever the case might be. I look at myself as customer service. Just like if I was to have a restaurant and people come to eat at my restaurant, I would want to serve them to make sure that they are satisfied to the highest level ever. And that's the same way with any other service that you are doing. You want to make sure that you are giving them the best of the best, the top of the line customer service. That means making their job so much easier than what other people probably have, done for them. So most people that I've shot with, they would hit me up again to shoot, just because of how much energy and positivity I bring into the environment that we were shooting at. So just keep that in mind. And the last point that I wanted to touch upon is that you are worth every single penny that you ask for. Literally every single penny you are worth. And you have to just understand that, like, it's not about what you necessarily think about yourself. It's about the value that you bring onto other people. And this can be really hard sometimes, especially when you don't have that self-confidence to know the amazing power and the amazing service that you bring onto people. But this comes in ties with point number 2. If you know that you are doing your best to deliver the best service that you can, and to make sure that your clients are always satisfied to the utmost highest level, you can charge anything. That doesn't mean everybody is going to pay you your worth. If you are always getting paid what you ask for, you are probably not charging enough. Don't let that go over your head too much. If you are always getting paid what you are charging, you are probably not charging enough for your services, right? And I say this in the most confident way because I've just stumbled across this idea, and I've just kind of develop this newfound confidence to be able to be like, yo, this is my rate, this is how much I'm charging, and that's that. Take it or leave it. And I don't even take things personal anymore, because it's just like, I don't want to go on set and being like I'm underpaid, and that's gonna kind of like affect the service that I necessarily might give to people. And sometimes I've done shoots for free where it's just like people ask me for a lower rate. I'm like, oh, okay, my schedule is kind of free today, so I'd rather just go do this. I don't even want to get paid, just because I don't want to undervalue myself. I don't want to undervalue my service. I'd rather do it for free from the kindness of my heart than to take a lower pay cut than I would necessarily charge. So just make sure that you understand that as long as you are providing that value, you are worth every single penny, you are worth every single cent. Keep providing great value, great service. And also, if you love what you do, just let it be shown. I go on set, if the music is playing and I'm feeling the music, I'm dancing. If jokes, whatever the case might be, because I am just me wherever I go. And it might be a little bit harder for some people to kind of like let loose and whatnot, but I don't really, care for much. I'm just, the way I carry myself is wherever I'm at, you get in the full blown mode. Whatever mood I'm feeling that day, that's the mood you're gonna get. But I'm trying to make sure that like I'm just more cautious of making sure that like I'm always at a very high tempo and high upbeat when I'm on set. Every single day. You can never find me on set and I'm looking grouchy or no. I don't care if the set is 12 hours. I don't care if the set is 15 hours. You're gonna get 100% every single time. And people usually ask me like, yo, where's your energy level? Like, where do you get this from? Like, oh, what kind of coffee do you drink? And it's just like, I don't even drink coffee to begin with. But I just know that like if people believe in you enough and people believe in your services enough to hire you to do a job, that is like probably one of the biggest compliments that you can ever have. So you need to make sure you deliver and over deliver, even to make sure that they are satisfied, to make sure that they, you know, leave there having nothing to say but amazing and great things about you and the service that you provide, right? Now, I hope that was great tips for you guys to understand how to value yourself more and how to charge the price that you are worth. And if that was helpful to you, make sure you please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out of here. Peace. Stay swaggy. You dig?